How to buy on AliExpress from Cameroon. First, when on the app or website, look for the flag and select your country. For language, you can set it to English or French. I leave it in English. For currencies, we can change it if needed. I'll keep US dollars and click Save. Now the official AliExpress version for Cameroon has loaded. Let's see how to make a purchase. Now, I'm going to show you step by step how to buy and what you need to keep in mind. As you can see here, there are many products, lots of deals, and in fact, at the top, we find even more. In fact, here we find a product offer. We also find product categories here, but what we're gonna do is take a sample product and I'll show you what you need to look at. First of all, let's choose a random product. Let's pick this product here on the right. Here it appears for us, and let's take a detailed look at everything we need to keep in mind. First of all, on the left side, we should look at the photos to see if they really match the product description, which is this one right here. Always remember to pay close attention to the title of the product because sometimes you might get confused. In other words, they might be showing you this iPhone here, but it turns out they're not selling the iPhone, they're actually selling this battery. That's why it's important to tell the difference, since sometimes people feel scammed because they see one product in the images and receive another, but it's because they didn't read this part of the title. Also, remember that when we search for products on AliExpress, the price we see is the lowest available price. What do I mean by this? When you go into the listing, you'll notice that if I, for example, change the color of the product or the specifications here, you'll see that some options cost more than others. For example, this one here costs $15.22 and this one over here is $16.18. That's why before knowing how much it costs, you need to specifically choose which variation or size of the product you want in order to know the final price. Then, once you've read and seen all of this, you'll go down to the bottom part where the reviews appear. And here what's important is that it has at least 4.5 stars and ideally that it also has plenty of reviews. For example, in this case, it only has 15. I recommend a minimum of 30 or even 50 to be sure that real people are actually buying these products. Now we're going to click where it says see more. And here we're going to filter using this image icon so we can read and above all see real images of the products. Since the photos that appear at the top of the AliExpress page are, let's say, edited photos that look really good, whereas the photos here in the reviews are real photos from customers who have actually bought this specific product. So there we can see more for comparison, for example, in someone's hand, what the actual size is on a table. And well, here we can see in detail what it really looks like. Once you've chosen the product you want, now we're going to move to the right side to make the purchase. Now here you need to be sure about the person who is selling it to you. What you can do is click on it and you'll go to the store or to the products that this person offers. What you can do here is check in this section how many positive or negative reviews they have overall, because this person doesn't just sell this product but several others as well. And obviously it's better if they have a generally positive review rating. Then this will appear depending on where you are. You simply click on it and here what you'll do is specifically choose the country. Then you'll select depending on where you are located and that's it. This applies here. Remember that depending on where you are, here on the left side where the price is, it may also include some taxes depending on your location. Then here at the bottom, the shipping price appears. In this case, it's completely free, but it doesn't include tracking. That is, we won't be able to track the product to know where in the world it is, whether it has arrived in our city, or even if it has reached our home. That's why I recommend that you buy products that have a tracking option. Just need to look for this, go in, and when you select free shipping, it should indicate that tracking is included. Then here it will specifically show the date when the product will arrive at your home or at the place you have chosen to receive the product. After this, if you want, you can also change the quantity. You can choose as many products as you want, increase it here, and depending on what you want, you place your order. I'm going to leave it at 1 and click where it says buy now. Once I click buy now, this appears here. Here, my shipping address appears. It's censored because it's my personal address. And I can click here where it says change to adjust the address to wherever I am. Then under payment methods, depending on where you are located, you'll see options here to add a credit or debit card or some other payment methods. This, as I mentioned, depends on your location. And as you can see, there's an option here for promo codes. I leave one for you in the description if I can get access to one. And then here in the summary, you'll see the product price and the shipping cost. This probably changed and increased because I chose just a single very cheap product. That's why I recommend that you go directly to any product here and add several items. Once you add multiple products, the shipping cost will likely decrease, and that way it won't be so expensive. So what you can do is talk to friends or family members who want to order from AliExpress, so you can place a single order together. That way, the shipping cost will drop significantly or at least stay the same. But since you're buying a lot more products, it makes the purchase much more worthwhile. Once you've made your purchase here, click where it says place order. When you get your tracking number, go to the website shown above 17 track. Enter your tracking numbers here to track your orders and see where your package ISIF is in your country, at your home, and to make sure your order arrives. Similarly, if the order doesn't arrive at your home or the place you chose, you can file a claim with AliExpress and they will obviously refund your money. But for that, you have to pay close attention to the delivery date. Remember that this one said it would arrive by May 5 at the latest. So since it's May, what you should do is wait until that date. And when that date arrives, if your product from this seller still hasn't arrived, what you do is file a claim so they refund your money.